We're going to go over some cost-saving tips here at Lindsey's Office Furniture, but you can utilize these anywhere you're at with your office furniture provider. The first one is buying for non-client facing areas versus client facing areas. And what I mean by that are the areas that you know that you're going to have clients coming in, like the lobby, the conference, or maybe your private office. Those are the places that you need to spend a little bit more money and maybe get a little bit more elegant or nicer product for those areas. But in the areas that are non-client facing, like file rooms, admin assistant rooms, break rooms, things like that, those are the areas that you want to kind of, if you can, or if you want to, you can spend a little bit less money and maybe buy used product there, or even product that maybe doesn't even match the overall theme of your office, but you can buy it a lot cheaper. So make sure that you understand your client-facing areas versus your non-client facing areas. And for different companies are going to be different things. A lot of companies have private offices where they bring in clients all the time, so your private office is going to need to be nice. Some customers or offices don't have those areas where you bring clients into, like your private office, that you only use your conference areas and maybe your lobby area and things like that. Now, if you're in an office that doesn't have clients coming in, obviously, then you don't have any client-facing areas. And so you can spend the least amount of money and just make sure it's practical and ergonomic for your employees. But for the companies that do, this is a great tip on being able to save a little bit of money, especially in the areas that your clients are never going to see. The next cost-saving tip is going to be only buy your needs and not all of your wants. And what that means is even though you might be setting up a brand new office for multiple individuals, multiple cubicles, conference areas, all of these things, the one thing that you can do is just first off, buy your need. That means that you just buy the desk portion and maybe one side chair and one chair here. Let your employees ask you for the ancillary items like bookcases, lateral files, things like that. You want to make sure that it's ergonomic for your staff, so you might want to go ahead and incorporate height adjustable tables like what we have here, or maybe some ergonomic features or some accessories that are going to make their life a little bit easier or more productive. But in the things that you know that they're just wants, you don't maybe need a bookcase in every single office or a lateral file in every single office. Let your employees come to you and ask you for those things, but make sure that if you're only buying needs and not wants, that you're buying a brand that you can come back and buy those items at a later date. So if you're going to buy used product, you might want to buy it all in one fell swoop, because you might not be able to buy that exact same matching product again if they've sold it to someone else in the time that you bought yours and the time that you come back for your wants. But the needs versus wants is a big thing. So what I would do is I would put a list together of your needs, a list together of your wants, and make sure that you know which ones are which, and only buy your needs at first and not all of your needs and all of your wants. The third thing is make sure you talk to Office Furniture Professional when you're leasing, buying, or building your office space out. And the reason is because you want to be able to use standard size office furniture. Standard size office furniture for desks are 36 by 72 and 30 by 66 and 30 by 60. So if you're building offices that need a custom size instead of those standard sizes, you're going to spend about 30 to 40% more, depending on the manufacturer, for custom pieces. Also, the conference room. Make sure that you're getting the conference room the right size when you're building out your space or you're leasing a new space, and that you don't have to get a custom conference table for it, because custom conference tables are extremely expensive. The standard sizes for conference tables are 4 foot wide, and then they go 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, basically by 2 feet. Normally, most standards stop at about 14 feet. So 4 foot by 14 is about the biggest standard size that you can get. Here at Lindsey's Office Furniture, we go all the way up to 16 feet, because that's what we do, is we make sure that we have all of the different sizes for all of your different space. But make sure that you're laying out your space to receive standard size furniture and not custom sized furniture, because it's extremely expensive to get custom sized product. To learn more about all this, you can click the link below, and we'll see you soon.